Nobody's here. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Sean has to be here.
Why does he have to be here?
Well, it's a business day, and he's a businessman.
Oh. Don't businessmen usually have secretaries?
Oh, wait. I wonder if I should go on in.
Just forget it and call him later, okay?
Oh, but I gotta think about some school stuff.
Well, then pick up the phone and call him and talk to him.
I knew this would happen if you would bring me down here.
You knew what would happen?
You'd start interfering like you usually do.
I am not interfering, Felicia. I have got a lot to do, that's all.
Then why were you so anxious to walk me down here?
Because you shouldn't be walking by yourself down by the riverfront, that's why.
Oh, Frisco, it's broad daylight.
Yeah, well, there was a woman attacked down here several weeks ago in the same broad daylight, I'll have you know.
Well, this is the busiest place of the waterfront, and there's not as many strange people walking around unnoticed.
Oh, yeah? That makes you think there isn't one in here, huh?
Oh, so that's the real reason you walked me down here.
What?
You're jealous of me being with Sean.
Oh, my.
Everything all arranged on your end, sir?
Ready when you are, CB.
All right, the most important thing on our agenda this morning, then, is to figure out how we move the treasure from the crypt to the ship at sea.
Felicia, I do not want to get into this with you now, okay? It's too early for me.
Go.
Well, how long are you going to wait? I mean, don't you have a class or something this morning?
Well, not for a couple of hours.
I can't wait that long. I got too much to do. All right, look, I'll meet you at the student union around lunch, okay?
Bye.
Now, watch yourself.
The main thing is for the treasure to be moved with as little fuss as possible. So, you all know what would happen to us all if anyone found out what we were up to. But I think the main thing is to keep under...
Oh.
Alicia.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
What a pleasant surprise. Come in, come in.
There
come in.
wasn't a secretary on my show. I thought...
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, don't I know you? Yes. Yes, he's the man that took the picture of my ring for the journal. Professor Estevez, well, what are you doing here? I just cannot get over the coincidence that both of us came here this morning.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yes, and to think that you flew all the way from New York and that I just picked today to come over here, and I don't come over here very often.
One of the sweeter ironies of life.
The professor can't stay too long, however.
Oh.
Yes, just a quick visit. Otherwise, I would have called you, of course.
Oh, maybe you could show me my magazine photo of my ring.
Unhappily, it was never published.
Oh, why not?
Well, the editors, they wanted some detailed article to accompany the photo, and I had no time to do the research.
Oh, that's so disappointing. I was counting on someone to recognize it. Maybe a clue would lead to the treasure.
Well, perhaps the professor can write the article someday soon.
Oh, yes.
So what are you doing in Port Charles, Professor?
Research, as usual.
Here?
Oh, yes, I'm researching the conquistadores. The university here have just received a collection of some newly discovered material, and I have come to check it out.
Felicia, would you excuse us for a few moments?
Sure.
I have to show Mr. Morgan, Mr. Hines, something in the warehouse.
Okay.
We'll be back, or I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, yeah. I can't believe that. This is really neat.
Can't believe she burst in on us like that.
What if she heard something?
Obviously, she didn't.
How do you know?
Her face is like an open book. And when she walked in that door, her face was blank.
Well, where's your new secretary?
She's at the dentist. By the way, didn't I tell you to lock that outer door to the hall?
I thought you locked it.
No, it doesn't matter now anyway. Just get to the warehouse, and I'll call you when I need you.
That was too close.
Well, it was a good test for our cover, Sam. It was also a good test to see whether or not you guys can think on your feet. You get a lot of practice. The real thing is coming up soon, and I don't want any slip-ups. I'll get going.
Beautiful, beautiful.
what? Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I was just looking. My hair is just a mess.
Not really. Here's your coffee.
Oh, thank you.
It's not Mexican, but it's the best we can do.
Oh, sorry I was delayed so long.
Well, the professor and I were just having a lovely conversation about Mexico. I miss it, especially now.
What, the people, the climate, or the food?
All of the above. But mostly because I think it would be easier to do my research there for my term paper.
Oh, really? Do you really think so? Because, you know, the university here has some excellent source material.
Yes, but I need a special manuscript that Sean was telling me about. He has it in his file.
Which, unfortunately, is still in Mexico.
All of it. I was hoping you'd bring some of your books and your manuscripts with you. I need the one called Las Casas Codex.
I'll tell you what. Let me check it out, and then I'll stop by the student union later and let you know.
Oh, I'd really appreciate that. Guess I should go now.
All right.
Well, it was nice to see you again, Professor.
Adios, Felicia.
Adios.
Adios.
Hasta la vista.
Very good. Very good.
Now, you surely don't intend to let us see that codex. It discusses the double crypt system in detail.
Aren't you underestimating me, my friend?
No, I know you love to play with fire. And she's a very smart girl, and she could be a danger to us.
I don't need any of your advice, Juan. Just take care of your end of the business and leave the girl to me.